Hello everybody, Alex is here with another episode of Broken Start of Hearthstone, and today we doing Warrior. So let's do this. This is relatively new card here, but I think it's seriously broken because yeah, it's nice to have like strong weapon for low price, but taking double damage, I don't think it's not worth it. I mean, if this weapon also double like damage you causing, that will be useful, especially if it's combined with some other cards, or if do something like I don't know. This card, I think it's causing more problems than so. Like if if you use this card really early and there's like nobody who attack you, then maybe, but most likely it's not. I don't think so. So moving on, we have execute. Okay, another overpowered card. What's this? What's make this card even more broken? Except the fact it's overpowered. It's a fact it's worked different way than its original. At least far as I know, because like I said before, I didn't play World of Warcraft, and far as I know, what execute is a warrior skill. If I remember this correctly, which is supposed to do like high damage when your opponent's health is really low. Here, however, it's only thing you need is like one damage and then bam, it can annihilate everything, which is overpowered and not like based on the original. And it's not like this original effect cannot be recreated here. It's because it's actually can. Only thing you can say like it's a card which causes damage which is equal the damage which this minion already take. Which means if you have like minion who lost one hit point, then this card causes him another hit point. If you have minion who have like 5 hit points and lost 3, then it costs another 3. That will be much more realistic, much more close to the original, and also less overpowered. But here, okay, only one damage is necessary. And we have this thing, which is another card, which again can cost exactly like damage to you as your enemy, but at the same time, it's actually can seems to be broken. But despite the fact it's broken, warrior can actually get a real like use because there's actually many warrior cards which can get some benefit where they take damage, and this card is definitely like doing like minimal damage. Like there's many different things which can you do with this. Like you can combine this card with this, or with this, or with like I don't know an enrage minion or this card. Like sky is the limit. Yeah. Let's move on. We have this card. A little unpredictable, but in the end, it's not super broken. What else? Those look like warrior have actually too many broken cards. Let's see. Well, this card used to be seriously broken, but they changed this ability from like anybody who has like 3 or less damage has a charge to charge has less attack, which is something which I like a lot. I think it's much more fair minion, so it used to be broken, but it's not as bad now. Okay, what next? Another card which can hurt you, but you can choose when this damage will all happen, so I don't think it's that bad. Um, yeah, then we have this card, which I think this card is a. I think its card is a little OP. I mean, 1-1 Scarab with Taunt isn't like that bad. It can die really quickly, but at the same time, its stats for this minion should be slightly lower, I think. Slightly. And we have this card, which, well, granted, it's super expensive with low stats, but if you're lucky, it can summon some serious reinforcements here. Another problem is if you have this card, you basically can't use other cards with Battle Cry because if they are summoned with this card, the Battle Cry effect is wasted. So it's the need a little bit of planning. So this card is, well, it's actually maybe not that much broken. It's um, just very situational. It's need a little bit of planning. So let's see how we doing with the cards which I don't have. We have this card, which I think this card is actually okay. This one is also okay. Okay, okay. This card is a little broken because you draw a card if your enemy survive, which is something you probably don't want. So it's kind of like two-edged weapon. We have this thing. If you are holding dragon, okay. What about the damage? Okay, oh, actually okay. This card. We have this thing, which is also okay. Okay, okay. Okay, we have this thing. This card is this card is actually really strong. But what's make this card broken is the fact this card is one of the most unstable and unpredictable cards in game. Because if like enemy in certain situations this card can be great. If like I don't know like your enemy have some card with many hit points and bunch of other cards, and you can draw this card and basically destroy it for 1 mana, for 3 mana, which is a good deal. But the problem is the card can make like a lot of mess. And if your enemy have, if you don't have your own cards, that is probably best. But if you do, then that's maybe a little like it's really unpredictable. It's not a bad card. It's just extremely unpredictable because it's basically do random damage to random enemies and it's kill 1 million but for price doing like random damage to all others. So unless you don't have like too many, it's a good card but it need to be really careful. It's really situational. I don't think, well, I should basically also want to say it's overpowered because you can die, so kill something for 3 mana. But thanks to the fact this card is situational, it's kind of helped balance itself because it's extremely unpredictable card. Okay, what next? Oh, that's not that bad. We have this card, brawl. Okay, this is another card which is basically you can take everything which I said about this card and apply it on this card. This card is surprisingly many people using because like if your enemy if you're in a situation where your enemy have a tons of cards and you have nothing on the board, then this card is awesome. But if you do have something, then this card can be really like it's really situational. It's really useful only some situations. I don't know. In my opinion, this card is a little because it's useful. My philosophy, because the reason why I'm complaining about cards which are like doing something bad to everyone, it's they can be very useful in some very specific situations. Reason why I don't like them is the fact I prefer cards which are useful every time. You don't need to wait until some specific situations happen and you can play them at will. With this card, you cannot do this. Because if you have a bunch of minions on a board and you're winning, then you most likely don't want to use this card. So, yeah, let's move on. There is this card. Well, this card actually isn't that bad because it can cause a lot of damage, but you don't know when. Speaking of which, there's actually a funny story which happens to me recently. I play with the Warlock against Warrior who played this card against me, and eventually I draw his mine, and at the time I have 8 hit points, which he was probably, yay, awesome, I can do some extra damage. Only problem is, when this happened, I also have on the board Noganis, which kind of was useless, and after that happened, he immediately gave up, so which was kind of funny. It was luck in the bad luck, kinda. So yeah, okay, we have. When you draw this card, deal damage. Okay, this is another example of really broken card. It's a card with really good stats for, well, slightly improved stats because there's actually many cards who do exactly also something almost better. Like basically, there is a good example is where is this card? Where is it? This card is basically same card without any, like only slightly weaker, without any form of like disadvantage. So I really don't understand why this card do damage to all your card when you draw it. In my opinion, it's not worth it. This card is really broken because it can cause like lots of damage and but at the same time, unlike other cards, which can sometimes in certain circumstances help, this one cannot because you don't know when this happened. I mean, if you have some cards which do something like this card or this card, you can at least choose where this happened. But with this card, you have no idea when you take one damage to all of them. Like it is extremely unpredictable. I think it's a really bad card. Then we have this card, which this card is actually able to cause tons of damage, but for price, you also take lots of damage. So I don't know if it's worth it. True, like warrior's hero ability is armor, so he is kinda built the way he is able to take a lot of punishment, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't like weapons in general, because they are kind of, I don't know. I just don't like them. Then we have Groomer's house game. It's actually. I think this card is actually okay. And that's it. So we are done with the all uh, class cards. I mean, this is probably a very short episode, so next time we start doing a neutral cards, and there's quite a few of them. So every time and every episode, I probably cover one or two crystals difference, something like this. We will see. Depends how quickly this go. But for now, we are done with the class. It seems like all cards ever have few broken cards. In my opinion, like obviously priest is the worst. Like psionics cards, dark cards. I I think I said a lot about this. So yeah. So next time we start doing on neutral cards. But for now, thanks for your time, and I will see you later.